It is the end of April and it snowed again. We still have snow on the ground and I am tired of it. I am ready for spring. Hey guys, Bethany here with the next chapter, and I'm really excited to tell you about an audiobook I just finished. It's called Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell, and I really enjoyed it, and it was excellent on audiobook. If you end up reading this one, be sure to get the audiobook. He does it kind of in almost a podcast style where he reads the book, but he also uses real recordings and clips from the cases that he references. So it's really good. Talking to Strangers wasn't what I thought it was going to be about based on the summary on the back of the book. I thought it was going to be more about kind of maybe some tips and help for just better communication between people that you just meet. And I guess it kind of was about that. But really what it was is he was looking at a lot of famous cases and cases in the news and why things went awry with those. And so you can also use what he talks about and apply it to your life, but it wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. He talks a lot about why we are deceived by strangers and how sometimes that deception and the miscommunication between both of you, because you're both strangers to each other, how that can actually create harmful situations. A lot of the cases he referenced like when people actually met Hitler and how they were deceived by him after meeting him because, you know, when they met him in person, their understanding of him, thinking they had a good handle on how they understood him, when really they didn't. And they talked about double agents in the CIA and how the CIA could be deceived by these people. And he talked about a couple of cases, famous cases dealing with child abuse and rape, and how those situations were miscommunicated. Just a warning on those chapters can be kind of graphic, and so if that's something that troubles you, then I would recommend that you don't read the book. But if it is something that interests you from a clinical sense and understanding those cases, then I definitely recommend that you read it. One of the most interesting things that he talked about is that we as human beings have a tendency to default to truth. So when we meet someone and as we're talking to them, our automatic tendency is to assume that the person is telling the truth. He actually says this is a good thing, and I agree. He postulates that if, you know, we lived in a world where everybody assumed that everybody else was lying, then we would actually get ourselves into more trouble because we would be living in an environment of everyone's very distrustful and things would not go well. The other thing he talks about is that remembering that people don't always display on their faces and their body language what they're feeling or thinking inside. And we want to believe stereotypically that people, when we see it on their face, that's, you know, if someone is shocked that they're going to go, but that's not what people do. When they're shocked, they don't show that stereotypical expression on their face all the time. He talks about how when we become a society that doesn't believe each other, or a society that assumes that your body language matches your intentions, that kind of thing, that we're going to make mistakes and wrong judgments in people and assume the wrong things about them for good or ill. If you are interested at all in psychology or the human mind, then you should definitely give this one a read. I hope that you guys pick it up, and if you have read it, or if you've read any of his other stuff that you think I should read, I'm definitely going to pick up more of his books, then let me know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't ever miss what's in the next chapter. Thanks for watching.